Welcome back to Brigade. It is a good time. We took Balakan last time, so we've now upped our territory to 5 territory sectors. I want to get moving and get things going a lot faster on how we take these. I asked in the last video where we should go next. We had a few people asking to go to Logge, a few people asking to go to Malmland, people to go to Brosland. I think we're going to take Malmland. Someone pointed out that does put us next to the capital district. I'm quite keen to maybe push that as soon as possible, so let's take Malmland next, see what that opens up for us. Malmland is home to the oldest mining operations in the strike circuit. Malmland is responsible for 40% of the country's raw material export. So let me just see what comes up there. Between videos, I've moved us from over here in Balakan to Vremel. The only event that popped that really meant anything during that time was that the captured pilot has now turned double agent for us. So we're going to see what that pays off with. I have done some significant stuff off screen just to prepare us for this session. So first of all, we have 2 new pilots. Say hello to Dante, or CS Slayer, and Cyberspork. And they've added some more headgear for pilots. So I've set everybody up with some headgear, just because I think it makes them look a bit more pilots. I've also spent all of our as many resources as I can on rebuilding our units and setting up our 2 new units as well. So you can see that we have a level 14 and 2 level 13 units now. So we've got the bucket of bolts has been rebuilt with a heavy launcher. I was trying to get a cluster missile launcher because that's what people wanted me to try out. I haven't been able to build one. What we've got instead is this. It's called, oh hang on, we're in painting. It's called a PML-1 Slug missile launcher. It fires 1 medium-range unguided missile with a large spread. So it should hit quite hard and do large area of effect damage. I'm keen to see what that does. Look at the range indicator there. It goes off. It goes off. I can't move my mouse over to it, but the range max just goes off the screen. It's got such a long range. I've given him the SMG that Gerblin used to have as a backup weapon. We also have joining the squad. I made a couple of other changes. Gerblin is still exactly the same as they were. Alphonse is still exactly the same as they were. I ran out of materials before I could replace those. The Blackbird looks exactly the same, but I've rebuilt the Blackbird. The Blackbird was our lightest, at least armored mech, so I've made it a priority. I have rebuilt the whole mech with a whole new set of uncommon Tsubasa armor, just giving it a little bit more defensive power, a little bit more regeneration, a little bit more heat sinking. I've also equipped it with a brand new auto shotgun. So even though it looks exactly the same, everything on it has been replaced apart from the missile launcher, which is starting to get a little bit old in the tooth. The Blackbird is the same as the said. Then we've got our 2 new mechs. We've got the Riddler. The Riddler is all built out of all brand new Blackbird components. Oh, Bane arms, so I don't have the ability to build Blackbird arms, but I think the Blackbird looks so cool. It has a brand new shield on its left arm, which has tons of health and tons of barrier, and it's using that new plasma axe we picked up last time as its primary weapon, because I'm keen to try that out. And it's called the Riddler because it's going to ask people questions. And then finally we have Freeborn. Freeborn is a new assault rifle mech because I need to keep pushing my assault rifles up. They're using all uncommon arrow armor, and they just have a burst assault rifle as their primary weapon. The next mech that's up to be replaced, I'm currently under construction of a new heavy mech. That's going to replace Alphonse. And we're going to build that out with either a heavy plasma launcher or a heavy beam laser, something like that, so we can swap it in those 2 mechs, like a close combat mech and a long range mech. But for now, we're fully repaired, we've got new units, we're ready to go. I'm out of supplies to build up more workshop components, but as soon as we get them, we're going to start upgrading and just keep kind of cycling our lowest level mech, rather than instead doing a rebuild at the end of every sector. So let's just get moving. I'm going to speed time up a little bit until we get to the edge of the sector. It's a little bit of a drive through this one. And yeah, I'm excited to take Malmland. It looks like there's quite a lot of traffic. There's a river that runs through here into the primary growing ranks. Good news from the home army on the front, Commander. Your scout comes to stop at your side. She tells you that army numbers have grown beyond expectations, with people signing in from all over the country. It looks like there's more bodies they know what to do with, she continues. The army have asked us for assistance. I think we have some time to help train some rookies. So we could train rookies, gain 1 hope, gain 2 home guard reputation, send supplies instead. Yeah, we'll just send some supplies. We don't have time for that. We've already spent like a day or 2 in-game just building mechs. We need to get back to the front line. We need to get this war moving on, this war for freedom. Okay, we've already picked up an enemy outpost here. Difficulty 268. I think we're just going to hit it. Let's stealth in. And then we'll hit the overdrive once we get into detection range. Go. Alright, time to gear up. Let's see. Difficulty, there's special ops, 268. This should be a really easy fight and a good time to test our new mech builds. So I'm actually going to reset here. I think I can just click out the mechs. I need to click out the pilots as well. So I'm just going to remove everybody for now. So we're dealing with 4 enemies. I think this is a great opportunity, and it looks like there's a lot of buildings. Great opportunity to try out our new melee mech. And I'm also going to take our other new mech out as well. All of our new most powerful mechs, basically. So we're going to take the Riddler in. The Riddler is going to be piloted by Dante. We're going to take Freeborn in. Freeborn is going to be piloted by Cyberspork. We're going to bring in the Blackbird, because I think the Blackbird will do well in a close combat map like this. And obviously, Blackbird is piloted by Shul. And we're going to bring in Bucket of Bolts as a long-range support mech, piloted by Carl Oranges. Now, what we don't have here is Gerblin, and Gerblin is a mech I rely on a lot, but I want to see how this combination goes. The only reason we got a little alert here is because Freeborn doesn't have a secondary weapon, but I can't afford to build one right now. I could build something basic, I guess. But let's see how the squad deploys. It's saying that this is going to be a very easy fight for us. We're predicting a threat level of 340, so let's deploy and get this show on the road. There's the new squad. Looks like we've got some interesting... I haven't built this type of mech before, and I actually really like the head on it. This blunt head. It looks pretty cool. Anyway, let's deploy and see how this goes. Oh, I also recolored Bucket of Bolts just because it looked a little bit too similar to Gerblin. I was actually having trouble in battle telling the difference between the two just looking at their colors. So that's why they look a bit different. I just threw a new color scheme on him. Alright, let's see what we're dealing with here. Bedrock 16. Oh, this place is a gate. I don't think I've seen a gate before on one of these maps. They did add a lot in the last update of just set dressing. Looks like we started off right next to a turret, which isn't ideal. Alright, what have we got? We've got a heavy launcher turret. We might need to kill that. An enemy here with a heavy minigun. A shotgun and shield mech here. There's another turret back. It looks like there's only 2 enemy mechs. So this should be a pretty quick fight. Yeah, 2 enemy mechs to deal with. Okay, that makes things really easy. Is this thing... This gun is not active this turn either. The only thing we need to avoid doing is just running straight down the middle, because running into that minigun is going to be a bad time. Looks like they're shooting at Cyberspork. I could get Cyberspork to run just to here. And Cyberspork will be completely safe for the whole turn. I could maybe even get a cheeky shot off at Cyberspork. What's the range on their gun? Okay, no, I'm not going to get a cheeky shot off. So Cyberspork in Freeborn is going to have to take a turn just taking cover. That's okay. We'll bring the Blackbird around this way. And probably just get an angle here, and we'll just engage with a shotgun from there. What we'll do actually is we'll start the turn off by launching a missile at this mech, and then we'll come around, and as soon as he's in range, I'll just start shooting with the shotgun. We're not going to get a lot of hits here with the shotgun. Oh, it's an auto shotgun, that's right, so expect a lot of firepower from it. It's going to fire for a while. That should be quite fun to see. We need to get the Riddler up as soon as possible. I'm actually going to clear Bucket of Bolts out of the way first, because what I don't want to happen is I don't want Bucket of Bolts to get in the way. Now, because Bucket of Bolts has a heavy rocket launcher, it's got no minimum range at all. But we're going to launch at this mech in the rear. I think we get 2 shots off before overheating. 1, okay, we can probably get 3 shots off a turn. That's 3 rockets. I'm not too happy with that. We'll just fire the 2, and we'll see how that goes. That means that Dante here in the Riddler could just boost up. Now, he is going to be slow because he's carrying a shield and an axe. He's a medium mech, but he will slow down. He's probably going to overheat from this. No, his heat dissipation is fantastic in this armor. Look at that. We've got a triple boost before he's overheated. I can just then run him to here. And now, let's just check this. So we've got missile. That missile's going to be coming down at this point. Shotgun's going to be firing. We probably don't want to charge in this turn. What we want to do is next turn we'll set up and we'll charge in once these missiles have hit. I'm pretty happy with that. Let's execute and see how this goes. Big missile being fired. That showed those shotgun shells. Looks like we did a lot of damage there. He's pretty good state. He's lost a lot of armor, but is still firing away. Let's just see. He's not going to shoot at all this turn. He's doing a tiny move. That's it. And the other mech also isn't shooting this turn. So we can get... Now, Alphonse needs to get out of here. Not Alphonse. Freeborn. So at this point here, this turret is going to activate. We need to get these 2 mechs out of its line of fire. I don't have enough time to get him up here. If I get him up here, he will be fine, actually. That's perfect. So we'll get him up here, and we'll bring him along here, just being very careful not to get him into the line of fire. And at this point here, we can try out his assault rifle on this mech. Maybe get a second shot off as well. No, don't have enough room for that. We also need to get the Blackbird out of here. So look how much regeneration the Blackbird now has on its armor, by the way. Tons and tons in the bottom left-hand corner there. We're going to bring the Blackbird up and behind. And we're going to get, as they come past, I'm going to get them to open up on this mech. So, bam, 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 bam. Now I need to be careful about a melee attack. I want to get the Riddler. Why is the Riddler got a huge move order here? Oh, because they're so slow. Okay. So this is a problem. We're going to maybe have to rethink the Riddler, because with the current equipment it's got, it's actually just one of the slowest mechs I've ever built. That's going to overheat it. That's probably not worth doing. Let's just give it a little bit of a move order to here, and then we'll do the melee attack. So we need to rebuild this mech. I think I went for medium. I went for medium armor and a medium and a shield and an axe to kind of make it a really good. Once it gets into close combat, I think it's going to be very hard to beat, but it's moving very slowly at the moment. And then we'll get Bucket of Bolts to just keep the other mech in range, and we'll just launch, once he's had a chance to cool down, we'll just launch some missiles at him. I'm just a bit worried about friendly fire, but I think we'll be okay. Let's just cancel that. We'll just keep it nice and easy. So you've got orders, everyone's got orders. Let's just execute this and get this mission over and done with. Ooh, wow, that was a huge hit. Look how slow he's moving. That just took off his left arm and smashed him into the building. I want to watch that again without the hood up. This missile here, boom, just absolutely cakes them. And then that's a nasty hit. Yeah, he just gets wrecked by that hit. Okay, so what's their situation right now? He is crashing. He's not dead. He's crashing. He's lost his left arm, though, which means I don't think he can fire his gun anymore. And this guy here is still in pretty good condition. So what we probably want to do here is just get Alphonse to straight away hit the other mech. I don't know if that will hit both of them. I think it will only hit the first one, and I want him to hit this guy. It doesn't look like I've got the option. Is he crashing? No. Let's just give the order and see what happens. I don't think he'll hit both. He will overheat from that. Let's actually maybe bring him around here. It'll take too long to do that. The heat is pretty high. So it looks like the melee attack heat is very, very high. I can't dash through either. I could move him to here and then do the melee attack. And then get him to keep moving through. That's probably the best case scenario there. And then once he's out of the way, so we'll give a wait command here. Once he's completed his attack, which is about here, we'll get a Freeborn to fire on this guy here who won't have stood up yet. I think we can get a double tap without overheating. We can't. So that's a little problem too. The burst assault rifle that Freeborn has is very, very hot. I'm going to stop firing missiles at this point because everyone's a bit too close together and I'm a bit worried about it. We also have to watch out on firing the shotgun here because we'll actually move through the shotgun. So we're just going to engage with these three mechs just now and we will execute. Okay, he's out of the game. He's just been knocked back and knocked over. So when Dante with this axe mech is hitting, he is doing enormous damage. I mean, if we just want to watch this hit again. When he finally turns and hits, it's devastating. And he just keeps coming. It's a bit terrifying. He's a bit of a Terminator. He's definitely taken most of his damage from friendly fire so far in this combat. Is he cool enough just to do a second attack here? Because that would just make life a lot easier. I probably need to watch. I don't know if I can actually get the attack. I might be able to get the attack doing something like this. There, that's an attack there. It will overheat him slightly, and then I'll just get him to walk over this way, out of the way. Once that attack is clear, we'll bring Blackbird over to here. I'll just give a wait command. Once he's clear, I'll just open fire on him with the shotgun. Yeah, that's perfect. Fire there. And that should be enough. I don't need to give the others orders. Let's execute. That's him knocked out. Okay. A little bit messy. Need to revisit these mechs a little bit, but that's okay. That's kind of the main thing about building mechs is working out what works with them and what doesn't. There is... it's an uncommon heavy machine gun. It is level 14. I might grab this as a weapon for our heavy mech until we find something else. Everything else here I'm going to break up. One thing we could look at doing is replacing... Okay, what do we get anything interesting from the base? No. Maybe escalation piece. Something. One of your pilots shouts at you. This. What is something in the distance? When you look, you see what looks like a person tied at the base of a tree. We're definitely going to investigate that. As you get close, you see that it's an enemy pilot. His clothes are filthy and they're ugly bruised on his forehead. You gotta help me, he cries when he sees you. Could be an ambush, boss, your pilot says. He turns to the enemy. Why'd they leave you here? The enemy pilot spits on the ground. Didn't want to do this stuff anymore. It isn't right. So a deserter then? The pilot asks. That's what they called me. Will you help me or not? Yeah, we can grab another captive. Okay. Let's wait for our team. There's a bunker here. Excellent. Let's wait for our team to fully repair. which is not happening right now because I'm not on cruise mode. You've got to be on cruise mode to repair, otherwise you don't get any repairs. And then what I'm going to do is, once this is finished, let's pause the game. Let's jump into the workshop. Actually, let's jump into our units. And what I'm going to do is, on the Riddler, for now, I'm going to unequip the shield. We'll see what they do. They still look pretty badass like this. And I'm going to give their shield to Freeborn. Means that they can take a little bit more of a prominent space in the battlefield. Oops, I unequipped their assault rifle. Yeah, okay, we're going to do that. I'm also not super happy with Bucket of Bolts. I don't like long-range missile launchers in this game. I just feel like the mech is a little bit too useless. But I'm going to keep using it for a little bit longer just so I get a better feel for it. Because a lot of people are asking me to use them, and I want to make sure I give them a decent try. I'm not going to deny that that missile is just doing a lot of damage. It definitely is. But is it enough of a risk, really, in our squad to have along? That's the thing I'm not sure about. Alright, let's just overdrive in. Let's suit up. Your recall rest detects movement agent prepared to take place by force. If you want anything out of it, that's fine. We're dealing with a level 13 special ops. So this should be a fair... With this squad, it's a fair fight. However, looking at the battlefield, I don't think the Riddler is a good one to take here. It's very open. It's not going to have the same buildings. So I'm going to drop the Riddler from the squad for this combat. I'm going to bring Gerblin in. And we'll add in Blanket Mouse, who is Gerblin's pilot. So we've got Bucket of Balls, long-range missile launcher, Blackbird with a shotgun, 2 assault rifle mechs. I'm pretty happy with that. Let's deploy. I like having the choices now. I can actually retrofit my loadout to the mission we're going into. And let's see how this goes. Okay, it's a little bit more built up than I thought it was going to be. I thought this was going to be a freeway, but that's okay. Hopefully we'll get something good from this cache. I've had mixed luck with caches in the past. Not a nice starting situation with an enemy with a heavy machine gun just staring right at us. We need to do some of that really quickly. Okay, let's see what we've got. So we've got guy with a heavy mech here, a heavy machine gun here. There's a mech up here with a machine gun and a shield. Another heavy machine gun up here. Is that everything? I think I saw another mech somewhere. Maybe it's just those 3. No, there he is there. I knew there was another one. Shotgun and shield. So they've actually got quite a good loadout here. And quite good. This person up here could cause me big problems. So that's going to be the target of Bucket of Bolts. Now, Buckets of Bolts has like extreme infinite range, pretty much. So what we'll do is we'll get Bolts to come around to back here. And they're just going to walk back here over a couple of turns, just so they're nice and safe. As soon as the mission starts, I want them to start launching missiles at this mech. The bonus of these kind of mechs that makes them a really good target is because they're so slow, they actually just eat missiles for breakfast. I'm going to try the 3rd missile, see how overheated that makes us. Okay, that's easy for Bucket of Bolts' turn. Next up, we've got Cyberspork in the assault rifle mech. Now, he's being shot. No, they're shooting at Blackbird. No, yeah, they're shooting at Blackbird. So, if we get Blackbird out of here, we can fire out our assault rifles on this heavy mech with impunity. Now, the other guy is shooting at Gerblin. So what we could do is we could bring Blackbird down and around the side of this building where no one else can hit him. And from here, they can just open up with their auto shotgun on this mech and to basically take it out of business. And what we'll do is to make sure they don't get shot back, we can just leave Cyberspork here. I actually think this guy isn't quite in range. So Cyberspork can walk up to here, just a tiny walk forward, and just give this as many shots as possible. We'll potentially get 3 attacks. Let's just leave it at 2. I'll push this back a little bit. And then we'll also get Gerblin to come up to here. Now, I want to make sure they're not getting shot, so if I put them... I was hoping that angle, they would be safe at that angle. But it looks like they're not safe at that angle, which is a little bit sad, honestly. I can't get them in a position where they can shoot and not be shot at. Unless I put them here. So what we'll need to do then is we'll need to change our movement orders. Move you to here. And then... So we'll hold your attacks until you're stationary. So we'll get you to do an attack here. And we'll get you to do an attack here. That way, Gerblin can move up, take cover behind this building, and still shoot at them when they get in range. And we'll see how the 2 assault rifles kind of way next to each other. I think I can get a 3rd shot if I'm cheeky. Yeah. That should take this mech out. I'm kind of hoping that's what's going to happen. All right, let's see how this goes. Okay, a lot happened there. This mech is wrecked. They've lost everything. They are out of action. In fact, they died. This mech here took quite a lot of damage. The shotgun's not really quite doing as much as I hoped it would. We took a tiny amount of heat damage on both of these guys. Tiny amount of heat damage on you. I just want to see what these missiles are doing. I think this missile is going to fail. So we've got one missile off. That second missile hit the wall. What happened to that missile in the air? This missile here goes up. And it overcorrects itself and crashes down here. Okay, so none of the missiles have hit yet either. This missile's probably going to hit the wall as well, unfortunately. Well, let's deal with you first. And we're going to wait till you've got a decent shot, which you're not really going to get. We'll maybe try firing here. Not ideal, to be honest. The game says it's a blocked shot. Let's change your turn. Let's get you to step out to about here, where your shots will not be blocked, and we'll get you to launch on him from there. That's not a blocked shot, and that should be the start of you doing that. Now, looking at other shots, the heavy machine gun and the shotgunner are both going to fire on Blackbird, and the machine gun at the back is going to shoot on Cyberspork. So we're going to get Cyberspork to come and get this guy into range, and what we're going to do is we're just going to use the shield. It's going to start shooting here, so we'll shield up, and then what we'll do is we'll give a second shield command after that, and just weather the storm. While that's happening, Gerblin will come around. Now, let's actually work out what we're doing with Bucket of Bolts. Sorry, with Blackbird. Blackbird needs to get out of line of sight of this mech. So we bring them around here, they're not going to get shot at with a shotgun. Then we can move here, fire a shot, 66% chance to hit. The problem is we've got a little bit of an overlap here, but once Cyberspork has come past, I can then step back to here and fire off a much better chance of hitting, a 99%. And I think I might be able to get a second shot off as well without overheating. Yes, nice. That just leaves what to do with Blackbird for the rest of the turn. I could bring Blackbird around to here. Once, give them a wait command until the firing has stopped, which is there. Apparently they're going to get hit with that. So let's just park them here instead. Then we'll give them a wait command until the firing stops, which is there. And then just step out, and they can open up with their shotgun again on the mech as it steps away. So we've got Cyberspork moving forward. We've got Gerblin covering fire. Yeah, okay. Let's go. Okay, those shots actually hit, which I wasn't expecting them to do. We actually have a missile in the air, which is great. We're just going to keep firing missiles. Hopefully take this guy out from long range. See, this is the problem I've got right now is I feel like I have 3 mechs and a turret. And the turret so far hasn't contributed anything. We need to get Blackbird. The regenerating armor is great here. So, what are you doing this turn? You're coming forward and you're going to shoot again. That's fine. From where we are, we're in a perfect position to fire. So as soon as the shield comes down, we're going to shoot at them. I don't think we can get a double shot off. No. And by the time they start shooting again, we're going to need the shield back up. So the shield needs to come back up here. I think we need a second shield command as well because I think they keep firing. I don't think I can slot one in, no. So we're going to have to fire another one up. So we get one shot off with this mech here. This guy here is ejecting, which is fantastic. That means Gerblin, with their unbelievably crazy rapid-fire assault rifle, can just come up here and poke off a couple of shots at this guy when they're nice and cool. And I think I can get a third shot off as well if I wait till later in the turn. That just leaves the Blackbird. The Blackbird has a little bit of a problem in that they are being shot at by that heavy machine gun. So I'm going to bring them back to here, which should block that damage. We'll give them a wait command until the firing has stopped, which is here. Is he shooting again this turn? He's not. So at that point, we'll get them to charge over this way. Whereas this guy will have ejected by then, but they'll still crash into. Let's bring them around this way then, so they can run forward next turn. Okay, let's see how this goes. Okay, he's out. And this missile's landing short. So we've got a big problem, and the missiles that are being fired from Bucket of Bolts are not actually making it to their target because they're ducking low and they're hitting underneath him. If we could maybe jump up here, we could potentially fix that problem. So if I get them to move to here, give them a dash command up top, see if I can actually pull that off. Might need to move them back a little bit further. Move to here. Yeah, there we go. Got a jump command up to there, and then we'll fire another rocket. And we might be in a situation now where the missile comes down at the right part of its apex and doesn't hit down here, which it has been doing. He's going to be shooting at Cyberspork this turn, which means that we've got 2 mechs that can get into combat range. The range on this shotgun is a lot longer. That's something to keep in mind. We can get you up here, and basically, as soon as you get up here, just start shooting at him. And we'll also get Gerblin into a position where they can fire on them. Should be a bit careful. I think this is a shot here. I don't think it's blocked. No, it's a shot. And I think we've got a double shot as well. No, we don't have enough time for a double shot. And what we'll do with Cyberspork is we'll get them in here as quickly as possible, where they'll be out of the angle of attack. So we'll get the shield up here. And I'll just get the shield up again. It doesn't slow them down, just to make sure that they're not taking any damage on the way in. Okay, let's get this over with quickly. So this missile's going to go under. Look at it. And next turn we should be able to take this guy out. So we'll get you to fire another rocket. When you're cool enough to here. I think you've got time. You're probably not going to... This second rocket's not going to land, but we'll get you to fire it anyway. I think they've overheated this turn, so they're not going to fire. They're going to fire at Gerblin at the end of the turn. I don't think that's going to be a problem. We probably don't have enough heat to double tap with this. We do. Excellent. We'll just get them to step forward to here, so they're just in perfect range. We'll get Gerblin to fire their assault rifle as soon as they can. And then I'll get them to wait. Okay, they're going to get shot at pretty quickly. If I just get them to dash down here, it's going to overheat. I'll maybe just dash them down right at the start so they don't get shot. And then I'll get them to run around this way so that next turn they can get up there. We'll get Cyberspork to come around here. And when they're up about here, they've got shots. I think they've got a shot. They haven't got a shot there. It's blocked. They do have a shot there. They've got a shot there. And they've probably got another shot here. I think that's going to be enough to kill him. That missile's going to hit. He's still going, although he's going to eject this turn because pilot's concussed. Okay, that's the end of the combat then. We'll just execute the turn. And we'll get a victory at the end of it. Cool. Alright, so still running into a few issues with some of our mechs. The big one being the Bucket of Bolts' missile launcher wasn't super useful in that encounter because of the terrain. What are we waiting for? Do I have to actually capture the cache? Okay. Is it just the one capture point? I think there is. Audio glitch over here. I have to hold this for 3 turns. Okay. We just have to quickly skip through this. And one more turn. So what's our damage looking at? Looks like only barrier damage was dealt to our squad this turn from combat, which is pretty fantastic. All that can regenerate. Okay, we now got access to the cache, so hopefully we'll get something out of this. I'd like some more armor types, that would be pretty cool. Okay, do I have to do another turn to get the victory? Just a few unfortunate glitches still in the game. Here we go, that's the end of the turn. What am I waiting on here? Start to take easy victory or stay limited targets for bigger rewards. There are no targets left on the battlefield. Unless... Is there a mech in the ground over here? No, that's that mech we killed. Let's just... I'm going to move everybody and see if that fixes it. The extraction point is over here. I don't really want to extract because I won't get all of the resources, but if that's what I have to do... It's a bit frustrating. I am running into a fair number of bugs. More and more bugs, actually, as I get deeper into the campaign. There was that one last time where the enemy kept reporting their own ejections as my ejections, which is very rude. You see the guys running in, I guess. Oh, now we get victory. Okay. 2 turns after I capture the cache. Very weird. Alright. Looks like we're going to get a cache event. I think I'm going to scrap all of this common equipment. We definitely want access to all of the uncommon stuff because we need more uncommon charges. I'll just scrap as much of the other stuff as I can. That's us at our max there. I don't think there's anything else I can grab that's not been destroyed. No. Okay, confirm. Locked up tight. We have the marked location. You set apart to scout the place out. No sign of anyone, he says when he gets back. The building was just up ahead, but it's locked. Looks like it's wired with some kind of alarm. How do you want to deal with it? So we can use force. We'll take some time, but I'll stop the alarm. We can use tools, which will cost 110 supplies. We can use the explosives that I edited out of my save file. So we'll just use the tools. Now the location is locked. You can salvage what's inside. You approach the treasures with caution, but the coast seems to be clear. What do you think we should do, Boss Pilot? This looks pretty juicy. We'll salvage it. So we got... See, like, that's not great. We got a handgun and a light arm part. I'm not really that excited by that, you know? I would prefer some charges or something. But that's what we got. I notice we have 40 uncommon parts right now. So, I built us some Asgard parts. Let's get 2 more Asgard heavy components building. We need arms. So let me confirm that actually before I jump into that. We've got an Asgard lower and yeah, we need an Asgard arms. Why can I see them? Asgard heavy. I want 2 arms, build, and then I also want to get a heavy weapon. So I'm going to build an uncommon one because I haven't got the components for a heavy one. Let's just see what comes out of that. That's going to be a refit for one of our mechs. And let's continue exploring the zone. We'll go back onto normal mode. So no repairs need to be done after that combat, which is one good thing. My plan again is to just destroy all the enemy bases before I contest the province. That way, I just need to hit the hotspots when the enemies pop up. Now this should be a harder fight, difficulty 353. I'm quite happy to take this fight. Let's see how this goes. So we're going to stealth into it once we get a bit closer. And then we'll boost the last little bit. Alright, let's see what we've got. So we're dealing with Special Ops Team level 353. Quite a lot of enemies here. It looks like it's quite built up. I think if we can get in close, our new Axe Mech will do pretty well. I'm going to kill the team off completely and just think about what we want to take in with us. I don't think Bucket of Bolts is a good choice for this map. With all the buildings, their missiles are not going to come down on enemy targets. Blackbird could be pretty good because they can get around behind enemies. So I think what I'm going to go with is we're going to take the Riddler. We're going to take Gerblin. We're going to take the Blackbird. And I think we're also going to take Freeborn for their assault rifle. We're going to grab, obviously, the pilots for these mechs. So, the Riddler is piloted by Dante. The Gerblin is piloted by Blanket Mouse. The Blackbird is piloted by Shul. And the Freeborn is piloted by, where are they? Cyberspork. Okay, let's deploy and see how we go. We've got a difficulty of 326 compared to 353, so the game is marking this as a mediumly difficult encounter. Okay, let's deploy. All direct fire weapons and close combat. Hopefully the Riddler is a lot faster this time and can get into combat without needing to dash. That would make a big difference, because that shield is maybe too heavy. I could build a light shield for them, which would make a big difference. So assaulting Pillar 15. Looks like a few of those mechs that I thought were mechs are actually turrets, which are really just not a danger in this game at all. And they're very easy to avoid. Okay. So we've got heavy assault mech, shotgun and shield, and that's everything. Game thinks we're going to get trashed by the music. We've got a heavy launcher turret here, a heavy launcher turret here, and a machine gun turret there. So as long as we don't tango with those, we're actually not going to get to fight in the building, sadly. I thought these were going to be mechs. They're not. The enemy is close combat, long range. We want to try and take this out before it gets into long range, and then we can mop up the shotgunners, but we might not be able to do that. Looks like the long range guy is going to shoot at Dante. So what we'll do is we'll break Dante out to the right, away from the rest of our mechs. So they're just shooting in the wrong direction entirely. I think that whole move will be protected. Yeah. And then we'll just get them to move to, say, here. And next turn they can just jump out and attack. They're going to get to here this turn, which is pretty great. That's a lot better for movement. Their movement speed is much faster. Can we get a triple dash? They were able to do that before. Yes, a triple dash without overheating is really strong. That means they can get there this turn and be cool for an attack next turn. Who is being shot at over here? We've got shotgun fire on those two mechs. So Gerblin is in a fantastic position to just lay down fire. If I put Gerblin up here, they can get some nice high ground assault rifle shots on these two mechs as they come over the hill. Doesn't look like we'll get a third shot, sadly. But that's okay, those 2 shots will be good. Blackbird, you can't... Well, actually, you could potentially take the shotgun fire at long range, but I want you to get moving. So let's jump you up here, and then run you around this way. And then I'll curve you back around at the end of the turn, so you can shoot him. And you know what? We'll just do an early shotgun. We'll just get you firing... Nah, we'll hold back on it. Bring you around that way, and then we'll get Cybersport to come up the middle. They're going to get in range here. We'll use the shield while they're firing. And then we'll bring out the assault rifle. Actually, going to double fire here. Let's just get the shield up for the whole thing. We're getting them into a pincer, and we're going to collapse in on them next turn and crush them while the Riddler asks this heavy mech what the hell they're doing. Let's go. Okay, we've got them in our trap now. They've been lured in. So who's being shot at this turn? We've got shotgun fire on you and shotgun fire on you. We just need to move Gerblin, that's fine. Let's sort out the Riddler's turn first. I want the Riddler to come around here. That's going to take too long. What if we dash to here, dash to here, dash to here. That's a slight overheat. Thing is, if I walk them across, I think they're going to get tagged by the missile launcher. Yeah, they're going to get tagged by the missile launcher if I walk them across. It's actually trickier than I thought. The other thing we do is I could walk them up to here. Okay, they're not going to collide. Then from this point, I could dash them straight across to here. They're going to get shot by that other mech, but I could try and do something about that. And then when they land, they're in melee range of this mech. They're going to overheat a little bit, but that's quite a leap. I'm pretty happy with doing that. Let's not forget this is a medium mech with a lot of armor. Let's get Gerblin to step down to here. That puts them out of being tagged by the missile launcher. And we'll get them to fire on this mech as much as possible. Because he's a little bit of a threat. I haven't got a 4th shot, but that's quite a lot of fire on him. Blackbird, let's bring you to here. And as soon as you're in range, just open up on him with your shotgun. So bang, 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 bang. We need to watch the angle here. I'm going to move our friend out of the angle. Almost ordered him to shoot at him. And then we're going to get you to step over to here, over the turn. Keep your shield up while you're moving, because you can't fire straight away. And then when you get in range, which is here, give him assault rifle. You're just tanking. Alright, let's see how this plays out. Everyone's got orders? I feel like I've only given 3... No, I've given 4 sets of orders. Oh, wow. Okay, I don't know what I definitely need to watch this again, because that was amazing. Let's replay and take this off. Boom, just knocks him flying backwards. In terms of damage, he's almost completely destroyed his legs. I think he's going to be crashing this turn, so we'll just attack him with another attack. This mech here is ejecting. He lost his primary weapon on the fire from Gerblin. And this mech here is crashing right now. They've lost their lower body, and they've lost their primary weapon as well, so they will probably eject when they get a chance. You're not firing at anyone, so the only real person left is any instance is this one here, and the Riddler is just going to coup de grace. Why wouldn't you? Do I need to move away? Doesn't look like I do. So we'll do one attack. Oh, you're too hot. We'll just get you to step back a little bit, and then when you're cool enough, which is about here, just still not cool enough, we'll just give a wait command for a couple seconds. About here, and then you can melee attack there. And we'll just get you to step through. Now, who's shooting at you? This guy here. No, he is going to try and shoot at Blackbird at this point. I don't think he's going to get the chance to do that. I'm not going to get anyone else involved. I think both of these mechs are out of the game. So it's only this one left, and I don't want them to get into it. What we'll do is we're just going to... Actually, he's out of line of sight anyway. Body slam them as well. Oh, we actually crashed there because we walked into him afterwards. Almost destroyed his arm. We're crashing for a few seconds, but then we can melee attack him again. Or can we? Because we're a bit too close. This is a good experiment, I think, on whether I can. Let's just do that and see if we get the melee attack, and we'll try and pass through him. If he's still in one piece next turn, we'll get the rest of the team to deal with him. These two mechs have ejected. It's just down to this little fight here. Still hasn't killed him. Just taking huge chunks of his health off, but not doing anything about him. I kind of want the kill here. I'm really thirsty for the Riddler to get this kill. I'm worrying if this axe maybe isn't doing quite enough damage. There goes his lower body. One more hit should be enough to finish him. Oh! Looks like we've got reinforcements. I was not expecting. It's been so long since enemy reinforcements have hit the battlefield. Alright, we're going to have to deal with some reinforcements. Looks like 2 mechs. We've got 2 mechs over there, 2 mechs over there. So this is suddenly turned into quite a big fight, and I've been messing around bullying a guy on the ground. In that case, let's get Alphonse moving to intercept these two when they come down. I get over the wall here. So we'll dash. Probably can't get a third dash. We can get a third dash into cover behind that wall. I'm going to get Gerblin to dash, run down here, and at that point they've got a shot on this mech, and we'll just get them to take them out of the fight. So that's 2 mechs tasked to these two. These 2 mechs are going to deal with these guys when they come down. We'll get Cyberspork just up into a good position to open fire on them when they land next turn. And what we'll do is I'll do something quite cheeky. If I get Blackbird here and give them an attack ground order here, what's going to happen, in fact I can do the same with the Cyberspork, I'll actually get them to attack the enemies as they're landing, and they'll take damage on the landing, I'm pretty sure. Let's see if that's what happens. Oh, we ran into the machine gun turret. Whoops. Yeah, so they're taking fire already. We ran into this machine gun turret, so we took a lot of damage on the Riddler. That was bad. Okay, slight mistake there. That's okay. We're here to learn. I'm trying some stuff out here. I've never done so much melee before. It looks like both of them are firing on the Riddler. So actually bringing the Riddler around here means he won't take any damage this turn. He'll take a little bit of damage, and that will give them a chance to recover some of their hit points. Now, they're being shot at by the machine gun turret. No, they're not being shot by the machine gun turret. Okay. This guy's dead. This guy's taking fire already, but moving out of it quite quickly. So I want to get you... this is actually really dumb because I can't cancel this order now. Maybe that wasn't as smart as I was making it out to be. But if we move the Blackbird here, then at this point, I think that's an open shot. It's not blocked. Yeah, they can just shoot at this guy as he's coming down. And because he's firing, he's not using his armor. And we can get Cyberspork to back up to here. And as they're moving back, fire on this mech here. And see how much damage they can do there. That leaves Gerblin. We might get Gerblin to step in. Now, this turret here is causing me some problems. I forgot about the turrets and there being an area denial here. It's just making a few mistakes because I'm getting overly confident, basically. I could get Gerblin actually to get in here. So if I move Gerblin to here, then dash to here, they shouldn't trigger. They may trigger. They will trigger, unfortunately, if I do that. So let's not do that. It's at a really annoying time that is firing, isn't it? What about... if I bring them to here, can I get a dash up here? And then step to here. Will that trigger? No, they can get into the city without being detected if they do that. Then we just wait. He's not in range here, is he? 52% chance. We'll wait until he's in range. Now is when we'll fire on him. Not quite yet. Here. 93% chance to hit. I will actually take a pot shot at him here. Just because of the situation with cooling. And you're definitely not being targeted by the missile launcher. No. That's a pretty nice maneuver. Okay. Things are a little bit... I've made things a little bit hard for myself. But I'm okay. We'll recover from this. I didn't pay attention. It's been so long since I've been allowing the enemy to get any reinforcements, and I just wasn't expecting any. Okay, lots happened there. Lots happened there. Let's just replay what happened over here. Oh, he's got a beam laser, okay. He shouldn't be a problem then. So he's taken quite a lot of damage there, but he's still going. He's taken quite a lot of damage as well, but he's coming in quite close on Cyberspark. How's Cyberspark looking? Cyberspark's looking fine. Gerblin's looking great. You should hopefully have rebuilt a little of regen you have. I need you to dash here to get out from under these missiles. I need you to dash again, and then you need to give me the heat for a melee attack, which you don't have. What if I get you to... What's the range on your melee? Because it's quite long. Okay, so if I get you to step forward just a few steps, and then melee for me. Not quite yet. Here. Yeah, we can take this guy out of the fight. And you can bully him like we bullied the other one. Gerblin is being fired at by 2 enemies this turn. So what I would like Gerblin to do is start the turn off by firing at this mech. 57% chance to hit. Too hot. What we need to do then is we need to wait till Gerblin is cool enough to dash back down. So we need to get them to step to the edge. Then dash down to here. Which are not quite cool enough to do, but we have to just do it. Get them up to here, which is a blocked shot from this mech. You'll take a little bit of fire there, they're going to have to just take that fire. This mech here has a beam laser. I'm not worried about it. It hasn't got the range. Well, can't snap a shot back at it, though. Let's rethink this. Let's bring you... What's he got? It's an assault rifle. Marksman rifle. Okay. When is the turret... The turret is pinging when he's firing, which is also not great for us. What if we send you off in a different direction? What if I get you to step down to here? You're then probably too close for the marksman rifle, but you've got a 50% chance to hit. Can you give him a double tap here? Almost. Double tap there. You're too close for the turret to detect you. And I wonder if I just kind of go for a little bit of mutually assured destruction. Now, at this point here, no, I'm not worried about range yet. I want Blackbird to continue to fire at this guy. Blackbird needs to step back a little bit. Just thinking about that. That looks like okay. We'll fire here. This shotgun doesn't seem to do that much alpha damage, but its damage, its DPS over time seems to be very good, and it's not causing my mech to overheat. Let's give a wait command until about here. And I want you to come up behind him. So you're shooting him in the back. Over here, Cyberspork, kind of keep playing tag with this shotgunner. You're very hot right now. Let's keep backing you up. When is he going to shoot? He's going to launch rockets at you. Okay, that's a little frustrating. You don't need to move as far then. Just move you back to here. He's going to move backwards and forwards. Okay, move you to here. Take a shot. Don't take a shot. Get the shield up on him. When that comes down, shoot him. And he probably got a second shot there as well. Not quite. And I'm just going to bring the shield up again. I'm not sure exactly when the missiles are going to fall, but I'm hoping it's not during that tiny window I've left open. So everybody has commands this turn. Let's engage this turn and see what happens. There's a lot going on different sides of the battlefield, so we're going to have to watch it twice. Let's start off with over here. Okay, he's lost his right arm. He's out of the fight. Okay, that's all done over here. He's actually completely out of the fight. Like, he's wrecked. Let's check the replay of over here. Missed. That's a hit. That's a hit. Okay, he's lost his right arm as well, so he's still got his handgun. And then over here with dash mostly worked. Those missiles overcorrected. And we got the hit right at the end of the turn. That's pretty cool. Alright, so you are crashing right now. You have lost your primary weapon but still have a secondary. You have lost your primary weapon and are ejecting. You are still in the fight. So we need to focus you down. That's Cyberspark and Blackbird's job. Cyberspark's in a pretty great position right here. 100% chance to hit. I'm really happy with that. That's 2 good hits. We'll get Blackbird just to jump up to here. And we'll get him in a crossfire. I'm pretty sure that angle will hit. It doesn't look like it's blocked. Now, that's terrible because those shots are actually going to miss. And they're going to hit Cyberspark. So I'm actually going to bring you up to here. Whoops. And what we'll do is we'll fire from here, and you'll come around him like this. A couple shots will hit, but then you're clear, and you can keep shooting on him there. You need to get out of here and come and assist over here. And what we'll do is we'll get you to step away. And then at this point, you can turn around and hit him again with your axe and step away, which will then clear for Gerblin to fire an assault rifle round at the end of the turn, hopefully finishing him off. Okay, again, we'll do this in 2 parts. We'll watch this part first. He's lost his right arm. That's his primary weapon gone. Let's see what's going on over here. It looks like we've lost our right arm, potentially. Let's watch the replay. So we step away. Then come back in. Hit him. Step away. He's firing with his marksman rifle. He does kill the axe, sadly. What happened to Gerblin? Did he crash into the turret? I think he crashed into the turret. He crashed into the turret, which is really dumb. Okay. He didn't path around it, so he just kind of stood there for the turn. Right. Well, this guy's back online, so the new job is for Gerblin to shoot him. So let's get you up here. Shoot at him here. Shoot at him here. Wait until you're cool enough to jump down. This is your last... Maybe don't take the second shot and jump, so you're not getting tagged. You should be fine there. You might have been tagged. We'll just keep moving. He's only got a handgun, so he's super fast. So we'll just spend the rest of the turn running. This mech here is ejecting. Good. This mech here is still in good condition, and we apparently still have a melee attack. No, we don't. We don't have... It says melee attack, but this doesn't do anything. What we need to do is we need to get the Riddler out of here. But the Riddler should be very fast at this point. So just get the Riddler up here. We'll cancel this move, actually, and we'll just get the Riddler moving for the whole turn. Who's shooting over here? They're going to shoot their missile launcher at one of our guys. Okay. Right, let's execute. Who hasn't got orders? I haven't ordered these guys up here to do anything. So we'll get Blackbird to come down here to take care of him, and Cyberspark to do the same thing. And just make sure we're not colliding at any point. There's a collision there. That'll do. Oh, wow. Well, he's dead. We did get a missile launch, sadly. I don't think those missiles are ever going to catch us, though. Did we get away over here? Yeah, he got away. Okay. So all we need you to do is just come around behind a building where those missiles won't hit you. Cancel all this. Just run behind this building and those missiles won't get you. And then over here, Blackbird, intercept. Up here's a pretty nice spot. Shoot at him. And then Cyberspork, once the Riddler's past you, just move to here. And you can also fire on him. And I think that should do it. That's it. Pilot knocked out. And I don't think those missiles hit, but we won't be able to find out for certain because we're going to get victory. Okay. Slight mistake there in that I didn't see the reinforcements coming. We took a bit of the axe damage. The axe maybe not performing as well as I wanted it to. I was expecting it to absolutely dummy people, and it's not doing that. We might build a new rare axe and scrap this one, because I do want to go with a melee mech. We'll recover the parts for now. The rest of the mech is really good. It's really tough. Anything here that's not destroyed, we'll recover. That's a compact launcher. We might actually keep that as a secondary weapon for somebody. That could go quite well on the Riddler. Everything else here, I want to grab these uncommon parts because I need their... Oh, actually down here. Ultra Heavy Machine Gun Rare. Let's grab that. And then we'll scrap these. This and this. Scrap all the undamaged parts because they come to us for a cheaper price. 235 we've got to play with. I think that's everything that's undamaged that I can see. Let's go. There's a lot of stuff to grab there. Okay, thank you for all your help, Brigade. Says a woman from the settlement. She brings out a card full of scrap from her house. Sitting atop a stack is a dented armor plating and military provisions container. It's casing 1 in age. We've been scavenging around abandoned houses and invaded facilities, she explains. Honestly, we don't know how half this stuff even is, but you can help yourself to whatever you want. It's the least we can do for you. Thanks again, Brigade, and good hunting. She leaves. You peer at the old container in consideration. We've got a loot box. We're definitely going to open the loot box. The strange container is placed... it's a bomb. Straight to the table in the command room, a curious crowd gathers around it. You see the technician to open it, and all sound in the room goes quiet. The lid pops open, then you catch them in the face. I was afraid of this. It's a bomb. It's not live, thank goodness, but what we should do with it, we'll keep it. Okay. That is everything I'm going to cover in this recording session. we've started our progress into Malmland, and we're going to continue that next time. But I definitely think after those mistakes I should take a break, so I'll catch you in the next recording. For now, see you later. Ciao.